as truth telling. Can you give me a simple breakdown of that and why
Yeah.
that's like how that relates to what we're discussing right now?
Yeah. We use Peter as an example of that. So Peter denies Christ publicly. Like, it's one of the greatest things. It's like when I was growing up, man, you deny Christ, he denies you before the Father. That's it. That's like the worst thing you could do, is deny Christ. Well, Peter does it 3 times. Pretty outspoken about his denial of Christ. So then what's the result of that? Like, what's the punishment of God for that? Well, we get to see him interact with Jesus after that. Judas, who won't interact with Jesus after he betrays him, he goes to religion to try and redeem himself. Judas does what a good Christian would do. He goes back to the church. He confesses that he was wrong, and he returns the money. We would have all said, well done, Judas. And he hangs himself. Why? Because the religion and the church can't redeem him, can't restore him. And they mock him. They further deepen his guilt and shame. Peter, on the other hand, doesn't do any of that. He goes to be back in connection with Jesus. When he gets back into connection with Jesus, Jesus doesn't say to him, I'm waiting for you to apologize for what you did. Never. And Peter never apologizes for denying Christ publicly. Not once. What does Jesus want him to do? Tell the truth. And so this is Jesus's correction of Peter. Peter, do you agape love me? Do you love me more than all the others? Because that's what you always tell people. That you're the one that's never going to let me down. You're the one that's always going to stay with me. You're going to fight for me. Do you really agape love me at that level? And this is called confession. And Peter says, I love you like a brother. I phileo love you. And Jesus says, okay, now lead my people. Do you love me with everything? No, I love you like a brother. Now lead. Why? Because now you're telling the truth. Stop all the, I'm the one that'll never leave you. I love you more than, stop all that nonsense. Wide is the way to that. Narrow, tell me the truth. And he asks him again, do you not agape love me? No, I phileo love you. Okay, go lead my people. And then the third time he says, okay, let me ask you this. Do you really love me like a brother? And it says it hurt Peter's feelings. And this is the first time Peter ever makes this statement to Jesus. He says, you know my heart. He's never said that to Jesus before. This is what Jesus wants. Tell me what's really in your heart. Stop saying this stuff. Do you really love me like a brother? And Peter is, I do. I love you like my brother. And Jesus is like, that